grand, shining again. It's your lovely woman of life, Mrs.Shantay. We back. I'm back. We back. All of us. We back. And we back because we had some cars that we mentioned that we was going to pull, and we never get to pull them because they was like, that's enough. They can wait till later. I'm realizing how, I don't want to say that word, but that's the word that I'm getting and hearing and they saying. I don't want to say it, but I don't want to be disobedient. So they say savage, but well, that's the term that this generation understands. I'm realizing how savage my ancestors are, how cutthroat they are, how straightforward, honest they are. This is generations and generations and generations and generations passed down. Anywho, yeah, they can be them. They are them, definitely them. So yeah, they real cutthroat. Cause all I'm hearing is like, don't tell them no good shit first. You gotta hurt their feelings. You gotta hurt their feelings and then get them back up. Man, okay. So we pulling from the Buddha Wisdom of the Week. Buddha Wisdom Divine Feminine. This is usually the deck I use during Wisdom of the Week when I do my podcast and my blogs. I'm so far behind. Shh. June and July is like, it's in the blogs. July is definitely in the blogs. No, June is definitely in the blogs. Ain't none of it recorded in the podcast. July is just like whatever happened. But I got a lot to share from July. Anywho, I'm getting off topic. This is me talking, not them. So this is the deck that I usually use for Wisdom of the Week Wednesdays. But that was yesterday. My granddaddy was like, you know, I just saw some numbers. It's 153. Okay. My granddaddy's like, we're gonna use this wisdom tomorrow because we had to do some things yesterday. My granddaddy was working through some things with me yesterday. Yes, sir. I'll make sure I start doing that. Okay. Yep. That one for y'all is for me. You just put me in check. You snatching me up by eating. Okay, yes, sir. It's cool. Okay. Anyhow, that's what we was trying to say. Anywho at the same time. So we using this deck for today. Okay. So we're gonna start with this deck, and then we're gonna give you your affirmations, and then we're gonna start passing out some money. Can you receive? Is the question. And it's 3 minutes and 12 seconds into the video when I said that. It is a Thursday. Thursday is expansive energy day because Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. So in order for you to expand, you have to sometimes release and to make more room in general. But then sometimes you just need to be relocating. You need to get in a bigger space and get in a bigger energy. And you need to be in a bigger, more room for you. Like expand your reach, expand your thought process, expand yourself. And that usually happens from the inside out. So let's we gonna play with these cards because they was playing with me earlier. I'm waiting for the other video to finish loading up. It's like taking forever loading, and it's probably because I be going in and out of my video, in and out of my my apps. I did something. I was led, told, guided to do something a little bit different, or get back on track of doing what I used to do. Because I used to put my stuff on YouTube, I used to put my stuff on Facebook, I used to put my stuff on my website. Shantay was everywhere. Like there wasn't a app you could go on, like the top apps. There wasn't an app you couldn't go on that didn't have my link or my video. And they said it's time to get back into that habit. So Buddha Wisdom, Divine Wisdom, Buddha Wisdom, Divine Feminine. Somebody needs to know something about the moon energy. Moon energy is quote unquote feminine energy. It's your emotions. And the reason why it's usually labeled as emotions is because some fucking men like to use emotions against women, and they like to pretend that they don't have emotions, that they usually operate from a logical standpoint, when the truth of the matter is, and if y'all don't like it, I don't care, shove it. Okay, put it with a good Lord split you. What is really happening, the truth of the matter is that men usually speak from an illogical mindset. And when I say a logical mindset, it means that they let their emotions overrule their thought process, and then they try to make it to be a logical mindset, because to them it makes sense, because it's their feelings and it's their perspective, and they try to force it onto other people. And this is not to all men, this is not for everybody. So if it does not apply, then please let that shit spread its wings and fly. Okay, so emotions are not just a woman thing. Emotions are a human thing. We are here to connect with one another, and the best way for us to connect is through our emotions. The way that it is meant for us to connect is through our emotions. That just resonated something deeply. I caught this card just like this as I was shuffling. So the first card that came up: when you try to hold on to things after their time, you suffer and make others suffer. I don't know what the theme of this is. You know what? I do. I take that back. Forgive me for over speaking. Forgive me for flesh speaking ahead of my heart and my mind. We in the season of letting go. And I'm going to use this in Okay. So when I had made some faces earlier when I was looking at the time, I was like, what that got to do with it? Love. So, because Granddaddy said love, this, because the numbers that I saw were around a specific thing, an energy of love. And the reference that I'm using, the example that I'm using, is based on love. So, divine feminine. Okay, this applies to men too, though. Okay, so I want y'all to think this is just for women. No, this is for both men and women. This is for people. When it comes to love, when it comes to relationships, we be in relationships and we know it's time for us to walk away. We know it's time for us to let go, and we be holding on. And when we hold on, we hurt ourselves more than we hurt others. That's what that card means. The second card that came out: don't let worldly temptations lead you astray. This is the second time I've seen this card, because I was playing with this card when I was watching. I just said I was playing with this card when I was watching my other video. So here's how this connection works. Okay, when you hold on to things, people, places, things, and situations that are meant for you to let go of, it's because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Most people think keeping up with the Joneses is a materialistic thing. Nope. It means that it's just it's a figment of speech. Anything you see and you're jealous of, or you would, oh shit, some thoughts just went through my mind because of what just came out. Anything that you see that you're jealous of, or you wish you had and you desire, or let's just use this as like, you know how you see people and be like, oh my God, I want to be married. Oh my God, I want to have this job. Oh my God, I want to have that job. Oh my God, I want to have that much money. I want to have that car. Da 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 da. Jealousy, keeping up with the Joneses, comparing, measuring yourself to other people's success. That's what leads you astray and holding on to people, places, and things that are not meant for you. So, in order to not let yourself be led astray by worldly temptations, and I know y'all like, how is that a worldly temptations when you just said we all here to love and connect, and the way we love and connect, the way we connect is through loving one another. Baby, who they meant to love is not meant for you to love. The way that they're loving, their way that they're like expressing and sharing their lives is not meant for you. The way that you're doing it is not meant for them. It don't apply to everybody. It does not apply to everybody. Your path and someone else's path is completely different, but it does not mean that you won't have love and success in your life. It just means that's going to be the way that you need it, the way that you desire, the way you signed up for it to happen. So understand the assignment. The third card: I don't know, something about this middle part. Because you know a thumb is not a finger. It's a thumb. These is phalanges. Anywho, it was in this upside down. Because I was swipping, you know, swipping. What the fuck is a swipping? Anyway, I was flipping and shuffling like this. Yeah, and then it came out like this. Anywho, call forth as much as you can of love, of respect, and faith. Freedom from within. Baby, set yourself free. Why are you putting yourself in bondage of what somebody else is experiencing? Your life, I know sometimes our journeys in life, the things that we experience in life, what we signed up for, the assignment can seem and can be. I'm not going to pretend like it ain't difficult sometimes. Like it's not difficult at all. Because some things in life are difficult as fuck. But it's meant to be that way. You knew, your spirit knew, your spiritual team, your support system, everything about you, your soul contract knows that you can fulfill this. And when you push against the forces, the power that be, the powers that be, you are imprisoning yourself. You're putting yourself in bondage. You're putting yourself it's this, I hear the song locked up, it won't let me out. Not they, it won't let me out. Whatever it is that you are holding on to won't let you out. You have to free yourself. You have to choose to let that shit go with love for yourself. For yourself. So yeah, don't let what you see other people with, the worldly temptations. Granddaddy, I hear you loud and clear. Don't be trying to make me cry on this live, on this video. That's not what we here for, Grandma, either. Y'all can't double team me. Don't let these worldly temptations lead you astray. My granddaddy used to tell me all the time as a little girl. I was between the ages of 10 and, damn, it's some more things just coming to surface, like for me, from my ancestors. But it was about a good 4 or 5 years that I stayed with my granddaddy. And y'all forgive me if I get emotional, divine feminine energy. But my granddaddy, when he used to tell me stories, he used to fuss at me. And when I say stories, I mean like what most people call folklore and magic. Like when my granddaddy used to tell me of, you know, our ancestral stories, his stories, our elderly. When he used to tell me about his life, when he used to share his wisdom with me, he used to always tell me, Gab, don't you get yourself caught up in those worldly things. And at first, when I was a little girl, I used to be like, Granddaddy, I don't know what he's talking about. Don't nobody live like that no more. The world ain't what it was when he was a child. Like, that's so long ago. And this was way back in the early 90s that I was thinking like this. That my granddaddy was still alive. That wasn't too far away. So, in the midst of all of that, as time passed, I realized that what Granddaddy said was right. Getting caught up in what goes on with these people of the world, because the world ain't the problem. The world is not the problem. It's the people of the world that is the problem. When you get caught up in trying to keep up with everybody else doing instead of following your soul, because your soul is going to take you to your wisdom. Your wisdom is going to speak your life into existence. And that is going to propel you to spirit. It's going to elevate you. It's going to ascend you to spirit. My daughter is getting in here. So, don't get yourself caught up in those worldly things. We going to do this other set of cards. And then we going to see what happens from there. They speaking. They like to talk a lot. They long-winded, if I must say it myself. Because they make me long-winded when they want me to share these messages. So, the affirmations card. This was one of the, I was looking for this deck. I was like, oh, I wanted to get this other deck, and I grabbed the other deck. I can't remember if I grabbed the right one in the first place or not, but I grabbed this other deck, and then I was like, no, that's the little, I want the little ones. I want the little ones, because I saw myself this morning pulling little, like I had one of my small decks of cards in my hand. And I don't know if this is the right one, but it feels like it's the right one because cards are so little. It's another deck of cards that I want to pull from today when I get home at some point. We'll see what happens and what doesn't happen. Well, they always jumping the gun. Today, these are affirmation cards, and you need to know this information because keeping up with the Joneses can get your mindset fucked up, and it can get you fucked up in a lot of different ways. Utilize, and I said this in my other video, use yourself to your benefit. Let people use you to your benefit and their benefit, because when you help yourself, you help somebody else, and when you help somebody else, you help yourself. That's the real give and take. Today I am powerful. Today I know that I have the power and wisdom to accomplish everything I choose to do. The great thing about the stuff that you choose to do is the stuff that's actually a part of your life path, your soul contract, your spiritual assignment. Y'all be thinking that y'all be making these choices on your own. Wrong answer. It's the answer. That's the choice you made before you got here. So when you feel that shit and it resonates really deeply, and you like, oh my God, yes, I want to do it. I'm so excited. Blah, 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 and you just can't shut the hell up because you that excited. That's you being in alignment with your soul purpose, your soul contract, your spiritual assignment. I thought that was it. That's it. You got one more from this deck. Oh, you had one more from this deck. It came out together simultaneously. Today I am energetic. Today I'm filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this beautiful day. I know some of y'all probably like, how is it beautiful when somebody else got what I want, because what they got ain't for you and it ain't yours? You sound like a little selfish ass 2-year-old, because I got a little selfish 3-year-old. My baby love trying to say everything is hers. It don't matter whose it is, where it came from, and who got it. It's mine. No, baby. Everything is yours. The world is yours, okay? There's an oyster. The world is an oyster. Pearls of oyster. However that saying goes. But everything ain't yours. The other affirmation. Here, let me show you this. I love that these cards are rainbow on the back. Not for the community, but to me it just reminds me of a magnet. It's the energy of a magnet. Today I am kind. Today I will make this day count. I will do something kind for someone, because like I said, when you do something, when you help yourself, you help other people. When you help other people, you help yourself. And then we're gonna get into the money, because when you're grateful for the shit that you go through, you're gonna be grateful for the shit that you glow through. Now some of these I don't have on these, good type of shuffling cards, because these is in the making. So forgive me. I need to sit myself down. That's what I need to do before I hit checkout. Okay, we going with that one. Whoa, money woes. When I have money, I'm scared to spend it for fear of being broke again. When I don't have money, I know exactly how I want to invest my money. And I chose the word invest because most times we say spend, and when you spend, you just be passing it out. I'm gonna pass these two to you, and then we done. I release all fear, scarcity, holding, and childhood upbringing with money. Money is flowing, so there's a negative and a positive to that. Life and love is health and wealth, because when you're happy and you're healthy, you're wealthy. When you're wealthy, you're happy and you're healthy. So for the people that grew up, and I'm glad this part came with it, because most times as children they tell you that the love of money is the root of all evil, and money don't make you happy. They a damn lie, because money do make you happy. In these days and times, money make you happy. When you have money, you be bouncing your ass around, because you ain't got to worry about your bills. You ain't got to worry about where this gonna come from, where that gonna come from, where your food, shelter, your needs, or your wants are traditionally met when you have money. And we signing off on that note, because it said my ancestors paid for me. Those teachings, they made its way through. It came all the way through. So even though you have those triggers, those traumas, those upbringings that you need to unlearn and relearn, be thankful, because your ancestors paid, not just pave, P-A-V-E-D, that's paved, past tense, made a pathway. They paved the way for you by the things that they endured, the sacrifices that they made, the investments that they made in their lives for the benefit of us to even get here. So be thankful for your elders, be thankful for your ancestors. And since we are in September, which is the month of the ancestors, and we're going into October, which I don't want to say release, but the veil thins. Start celebrating your ancestors now. I love you all, always. Please stay safe, keep smiling. That's my joy, my peace, my unconditional self-love, my life, and yes, a little bit of my eternal light.